Hey, Jonathan here, to give everyone a quick, in-depth rundown on what happened in the session before this one. Due to some problems with a new recording setup, we ended up with a echoey disaster thanks to the mics not syncing up the right way and everything being on one track somehow. That being the case, there is one part where the mics synced up and everything was just great. And I thought I would throw it in here because, well, I'll let it speak for itself. And after that, we'll jump right into it. This is a moment when the group, minus Birdie, who had rode ahead, was trying to sneak by a group of soldiers to enact a plan that would hopefully get them into the city. Enjoy. So, as y'all begin heading off into that direction, you can see the tracks that Birdie had left behind on her horse. And you follow it as best as possible. Eventually you start to get to a particular area where you see the hill, this dune starting to come up a little bit. Leofin, give me a perception check.
Alright.
I would like to help with... Oh, God.
That's a 17.
Oh,
17,
God.
okay. With that, you do see a few soldiers. It is a combination of, 2 orcs and 3 genasi. They are walking around the crest of this dune. And you can see them looking at a few of the tracks left behind by Birdie at the top of it.
Everyone, if you look over here, there's a couple of soldiers. And I think they've seen the trail that Birdie left.
Fog is definitely not normal in the desert, right?
No.
Okay.
Hold on. I can distract them with some conjure animal, if need be.
Make it small.
Make it small? I gotta get their attention.
Yes, but we don't want to start a whole thing.
Alright.
Or, if we really try, we can sneak up and kill them.
Do you really want to try that?
How far away are these guys?
These guys are about 300 yards. They're looking in the opposite direction from y'all.
Oh, okay.
300 yards?
Yeah.
Okay. Well...
Hi, I've got it. Leofin, you can cast Pass It Out of the Trace on us, and I'll make sure to cast Conjure Animals in that direction. I point towards the city.
Okay.
And get their attention. Sound good? Everyone alright with that?
Sure.
I'll make it small.
Good. I just
Alright.
I summon a black dragon.
Boom.
All of a sudden we have
Exodia.
Exodia, the forbidden one. We would have, if I summoned a black dragon, this city would have a lot bigger problem than an orc army.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So, your Leofin, are you casting Passing Without a Trace?
Yes, I'm casting Pass Without a Trace on everybody here.
Okay.
Right. I'm casting a 3rd level Conjure Animals.
When you're getting closer?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
When I can, Dio knows it's only about 60 feet I can cast these things at. Let's see here. I will do, I'll cast a spell and summon 8 4th level creatures closer to the city. Where else am I going to put it?
I know. I'm just nervous.
Nervous.
I just don't want to die.
Dio had a plan. I really want to do the 1/8.
Clive's feet look nothing like a goat's, do they?
You mean nothing
A
like a
goat?
horse?
Yes.
Yeah,
Horse?
right horse.
Yeah.
Horse, no.
I hope they look like a goat's.
They're actually human feet.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Stop that.
He's actually like
I was talking about that on Amy's stream where
Yeah,
you have
he was.
essentially
It
a
was
horse, but it
disgusting.
has human hands.
Oh
Instead of
god.
Yeah, no thank you.
You just take off the hoof and there's just...
It's like Mickey Mouse who takes off his
No,
nose.
but
Just-
terrifying.
Horses have that single toe and goats have the split hoof. So
Oh no. Don't do it,
Okay,
Jonathan.
I am gonna give you.
Oh, I thought he was doing wild magic. I was like,
No.
no.
Don't worry, I'm gonna also be doing that. But
wild magic.
It
You
keeps-
glow
he-
extremely.
What if he gets the same? Was it 99 that exploded that poor woman?
Yes, it makes it last for a minute.
Yeah. Does that mean you get additional summons for every minute that it's cast?
Essentially, you just
Every
last
round.
for this count for this.
What does that mean? What does that face?
okay,
It's a giant
no, I'm
forces.
just thinking about the
How that would work.
implications of something like that. But let's also roll for
Wild
magic.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That's what I
Great.
was worried.
Though you did get the cool one that I was.
Oh, which one was it? Or am I not gonna know till wild magic?
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Please don't be
53.
53.
We don't know what that is.
Yeah, we've never seen
No,
this
we've
one
never
before.
seen 53.
53.
Oh, look, it's a potted plant. Fuck.
That'd be fine. I'd be so fine with that.
I wouldn't be.
No!
You're not glowing.
Oh no, that face.
Jonathan, stop looking like that. Stop it. Oh god, we're fucked. We're gonna.
He's laughing. We're gonna die.
Well, guys, get ready for a second
TPK.
campaign. Stop laughing.
Please tell me what happens. I'm excited. I'm so happy to know.
I'm gonna lose my shit.
You're gonna. Okay.
Okay.
Tell me deals a
Oh,
woman.
no.
Tell me deals a woman. That would be the best thing.
No.
No.
Oh no,
Ugh.
he is not a woman, but
Oh god.
as Dio begins to cast his spell, the magic words flowing from his mouth, his hands start to form the gestures that he needs, and he raises his hand up, and all of a sudden, 8 wild horses just burst into existence and just start running around towards the city, distracting the guards. It's not the existence of the horses that are distracting.
What did I summon?
It is the fact that these horses are all shouting out in Dio's voice.
Oh my
What?
Every single one of the horses are just screaming out nonsensical words. Just and it's fucking Dio's voice. And you can hear them, and it's like, we should go to Fargo! Like a fucking horse running as it goes straight
Nonsensical
towards the town. Dio looks around at everybody, and in your head you're thinking, what the fuck? But what comes out of your mouth is...
Oh no!
This is my interpretation on the wild magic. You and the target switch voices.
Oh no!
Oh no. Oh god.
Can't feel my legs.
I immediately just cover my mouth.
Oh my god.
In the utter hilarity and just utter like fuck what the fuck moment. I'm assuming they're all distracted.
Oh no, they are fucking weirded out, and they're like looking at each other, and they're starting to chase down the horses because they don't know what the fuck's going on. They hear shouting come for the horses, like, are there people on them? Let's go fucking take care of this. Y'all don't have to worry about the soldiers.
I'm assuming that I'm assuming these other horses understand horse. Actually, to be fair, I don't think I have to shout out commands. I think I can.
Yeah.
It's just mental.
I'm
Horse
basically
noises.
telling them. I'm basically telling them to just keep on running around all crazy like.
Closer
Perfect.
to the camp.
Yeah, closer to the camp, of course.
Holy shit.
I need a
Oh
drink.
Actually, you
my
know what? Full
God.
speed ahead, right to the camp.
Oh my god.
That was
They last an hour.
Yep.
Yeah, double dash towards the camp.
And then southish.
Just wreck through them.
We have an issue.
You mean
Okay.
horse noses?
Horse
No,
noses.
the German saying we have an issue.
Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I just hit, like I was laughing so hard I hit my knee,
Wait.
like my kneecap on the edge of the chair,
How long
and
do
my
our
entire
voices
leg was
switch
pins
for?
and needles.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. Now, let's get right into it, shall we?
After successfully coordinating with the Twisted Knot caravan to escort them safely into Alcier, Leofin was finally reunited with his father and mother. Bertie met up with an old caravan friend, and Dio abandoned his plan for an epic B&E before heading with Sipos and Bertie to see about another halfling that had been causing trouble. They had their suspicions, but were still surprised to find themselves face to face with Lloyd. Take it away, dude.
Alright, so, where we left off, Sipos, Birdie, and Dio had just witnessed the cell door open, and a bedraggled, familiar halfling just almost in a fetal-like position, completely chained up with chains that glow with slight runic script, and he looks up at you. Oh, well, isn't that interesting? So are you doppelgangers, or are you just ghosts?
We're
ghosts to haunt you.
Bertie elbows Sipos right in the...
You know,
right in the
Lloyd,
solar
for somebody
plexus.
who's good at sneaking, how the hell did you get yourself thrown in prison?
You got a really good guard.
Or you're not as good as you think.
How drunk are you?
Not very. I've been stuck in here for a few days.
Oh, so you sobered up.
Yeah. To everyone's detriment. Could you please get this chain? And he's like, he's not shaking his arms, he's shaking his body because he's completely just like hog-tied into this. Like, could you really just talk to somebody, get me out of this?
Bertie walks in, and she just picks up, like, from the back of his shirt, like, it holds him in the air, eye level with her, as he's wiggling.
Give me a strength check,
Okay.
and you hear the guard from behind you. Oi! Oi! Put him down!
Why, you afraid he's gonna do something to all these chains?
Our apologies. He's one of our friends. We're just rousing him.
I actually might have to agree on the guard with this one. That's not how you treat short people.
No, this is how we treat dishwashers.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, so that's a 14.
14? Okay, so you lift him up maybe about waist high. The chains that are wrapping around him are quite heavy and quite extensive. As you lift him up, you see that he is not just like one around the chest and one around his ankles and his hands. He is bound completely around, and it's almost like he's being mummified with chains. I don't care if he's one of your friends. I was told that he was your brother, and that is why we came in here. But you need to put him down, or I will have to put you in chains.
Listen, obviously he's not her brother. Not sure how you got that confused. He looks more like a halfling, you know, short people like this, right here. I'm pointing to me.
I was talking
Sipos.
about you.
Yeah.
Bertie
David,
says,
don't cut
just
this.
putting him on his feet. And she puts him back down on his, like, standing on his feet, still, like, tied up. And then she leans down and goes, as she's putting him down, and she goes, we met in the gap after a rift opened there. You are the one who sent me for my Rifter's test. And she steps back.
Okay. As you start to set him down, you see him start wobbling.
Like,
And then
hold him up then.
He like is able to just barely shift a foot and kind of straighten up. And he's like, it's fine. All right.
I guess the first question to ask is, how much is your bail?
That'd be a question for the guard.
I thought you might know.
I haven't told me.
Hi. Alright, guard, how much is his bail?
They haven't told me.
Wait.
He hasn't been in front of the merchants yet.
Hi. Really good guard you are. Giving me no information.
He's been in here for 3
How
days.
Yes.
And you haven't had him in front of the merchants yet? Or even just asked them what they want to set bail at?
Quite frankly, things have been a little hectic.
I was about to say, y'all realize there's literally 2 sets of armies in
Even-
front of the fucking walls?
Even a more reason to have somebody who's not, not an actual threat to anybody.
Or low
Yes,
priority, you throw
we
in the
also
background.
have 4 other people in here who have been here for 2 weeks. Do you want us to move them ahead now, as well?
Hi, who do I need to talk to get him out of here exactly?
It would be the merchants.
Hi. Anyone specifically?
We could just talk to Petrick.
Fair enough.
I doubt he has much sway on this.
Not on this, but he's the one who's in cozy with the merchants right now. Anyway, if you wouldn't mind, can I have a few minutes to talk? Obviously, we're not going anywhere with him, and we can't leave here without you. And since we can't take him out of here, and you can't let us bail him out, this is the only place we can talk.
Give me a persuasion check.
That's...
Why did you do that? Why did you say anything?
Yeah,
I was
why
going
did you say
to.
anything? I
You
don't.
should have.
Bardic inspiration. Nope. God
Can I
damn
put
it.
that?
Please let him help. It's bad.
Why were you trying to make a persuasion check?
That's an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't saying shit.
I can allow you to speak to him. And he's gestures you to come outside the gate. But you must do it from here. And I will be just a couple of steps down. And he takes one large step back, looks at the ground, looks at you.
You did say a couple, so...
You know, you're not wrong. And I am a man of my word. Thus you paid decent money. And he takes one large step back again, looks down on the ground.
Thank you, brother.
You're welcome.
Semantics. Dragonborns. Ugh. They're the worst.
His clan will get him for it later. It's going in his story. Somebody's going to hear about it. So I step back out of the cell, and I stand with my toes just on the other side of the line where the gate is.
Okay.
Alright, first question. What are you doing here, Lloyd?
Well, see, that is a bit of a tale.
First question, what happened to the Rifters?
Well, that is a bit of a tale.
Okay.
Yes.
As he's talking, kind of, distracted with them, I want to do, detect magic.
Detect magic?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to see what those chains are made of.
As you have it as an evocation, correct?
Yeah.
So, immediately up, you see that the chains are imbued with abjuration magic.
Ooh. And basically that just tells me, he can't use magic at this point, right? Essentially.
You can probably guess that.
That's what I can assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you see, the Rifters, after the Empire came in, took over Wellstein, they started taking care of Rifters for the simple fact that they were getting in people's way. Then, what happened to the Eye was they came, they tried to take Malachi. Malachi essentially pulled the roof down on them, and then they took him anyway.
Well, that explains why Vola can't get in touch with him.
So he's dead.
Not as far as I know.
Oh.
No, Malachi's still. Like, y'all would remember that Vola has specifically said that she feels him, she just can't talk to him.
I kept thinking that as like, well, he's dead on the like, dead plane.
He's on the dead.
He's on the dead plane.
Man, you could have used Hell, Hades,
No.
Helheim.
Vola very specifically mentions that she can feel his consciousness, but it's like going through syrup when casting sending.
Yeah, I
Plus,
remember
we
her
keep
saying
getting
that.
messages from him, so it wouldn't be that he's dead, per se.
And it couldn't be someone forging anything.
No, we
So that
already
never
suspected
happens.
of that, so.
That never happens.
But, yeah, as far as I know, he's still alive.
Oh yeah, no, we've gotten a couple of messages from him. He think whoever is either pretending to be Malachi or is controlling Malachi thinks we're in the south in the swamp.
Oh, that's good.
So what happened to you?
To me, I saw it from a distance, and I fucking ran. I tree-strided out of there, and just been trying to do what I can to do my job.
What is your job now? What are we supposed to do?
Close rifts. That's our
Exactly.
job.
I actually got a big one the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
Hi. You know the one
He's
in
not kidding.
you know the one what was the name of that? Hopter Springs.
Yes,
I closed that
Hopter
big one.
Springs.
That big fucking rift in Hopter Springs.
We went to Hopter Springs.
I'm from Hopter Springs.
We brought
Really?
the fortress down.
It's gone.
Literally. Sunk it.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, I was wondering how to deal with that whole situation. But
Hi. Situation dealt with.
yeah, I guess there's nothing I need to do there anymore. But and you see him like swaying back and forth, and then he just flops back down onto his ass. It's, huh. Well, if how did you all survive?
You remember we went up to the Air Genasi Temple looking for answers about the
Their gateway.
Yeah.
Elves' Gateway. Well, we didn't find answers about the gateway, but we did find Petrick.
Yeah, I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you did fuck off. Whenever we went into the
Yeah, I helped him get back.
astral plane.
So when we came out
No,
of the mirror, was it a mirror? It was
No,
a
it's
door.
long
it
hallway.
was a hole.
A long
My
hallway.
bottom line is when we came out, it was an empty temple.
Yeah, I
20 years later.
20 years later, yeah.
so you recently got back.
You recently got a message from Vola, and you
Yeah, I
replied to
wasn't
it
sure
with 2
about
words. That's interesting.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. It's been quite a few
Hey,
decades
but that doesn't-
here. It's been really strange ever since the Empire's touched down on the
I
continent.
understand, but that's very suspicious. You could have answered better than that, Lloyd.
Again, I can understand
Also-
why.
There have been a few things that have tried getting into my head. I didn't want to try talking back.
Well, fair
Wait, wait,
enough.
A few
wait,
things
wait.
trying to get into your head.
Yeah. There's some real strange shit coming out of the rifts.
Like what?
Like, I don't know what the fuck call them.
Like
What's-
barbed demons
what's
that cause
time-
your skin to rot if they touch you, Psychos?
No. These things that are getting into heads. Is it having the same effect as...
I know they speak telepathically.
No, I meant, is it essentially doing the madness?
The
Not that I
orcish
know of.
madness.
The orcish madness?
No. As far as I know, that has to do with what's his name?
The orc?
The orc priest bastard. Yeah.
Yeah, the one with the staff of Drova.
Right. Alright, here's one. What are you doing here?
Well, when I heard the message come into my head, I thought, there are 2 possibilities. One, something's trying to take over, which was not out of the realm of possibility.
Right.
And 2, somebody's trying to fuck with me.
When he says that, I still have detect magic on. Does Lloyd look normal?
Looks like Lloyd.
Looks like
Nothing, no
Except-
magicy wagicy around him besides
Frazzled.
the chains?
No.
Okay. Sorry. When you're dealing with psychic stuff, I'm just in there just like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
When you're dealing with some suspicious ass shit.
You mean like Dio suddenly falling in love with Vola?
Yeah.
Listen.
For some reason, couldn't see that for 10 episodes.
Couldn't see it, didn't see
Yeah,
it,
it's-
chose not to see it. It's a little bit of everything.
You exploited Dio.
That was your fault.
That was not my fault. That was Wild Dutch.
Technically,
Okay.
Bola exploded Dio. Cyclops did nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were saying, what are you doing here?
Well, I came to see. I knew that Patrick had come to this area,
Mm-hmm.
and since he's the only other person that I know of that y'all might get in touch with, I might come over and warn the bastard. I thought, oh, it'd be grand if I could come over, warn him, say, hey, maybe there's some people that are trying to fuck with you, and then go and take care of Hopta Springs. But when I get in town, I ask where he is. He's apparently up with the merchants, is all that I'm getting told, so I try to go talk with him. But then all this siege shit starts happening, and well, looky here. When I just try to enter a little square, go speak with people in charge, they get all up in arms and say, hey, you're trespassing. And, whack a person over the head with a rather large mallet.
What? They got the drop on you?
One of them got the drop on me. I was about to tell it, and he's like, you can see his like arm like
He's
move
just
up,
like,
like as he was trying to like point to the air. I was trying to say that I'm only here to speak, and then all of a sudden I felt a big old piece of something hit me in the back of the head, and then I was in here.
Hi, that's weird.
No, it's not.
Oh, the guards were more cordial with me.
Cordial's a
Well,
strong word.
I wish I could have met those guards.
Hi.
It
Well,
was because he was around me.
Right.
Relax.
Hi, but I did whisper through the gate. Don't worry, guys. I'm about to do a little B&E. And they didn't arrest me, so.
You were also very lucky I was there for that.
Hi, fair enough.
Yeah. Maybe if it was just only that I whispered through the gate. I was at the merchant's mansion. So,
Oh, you got pretty far.
Oh, I did get pretty far.
So no wonder why you're in here.
I mean, I could have. Whatever.
You
It's fine.
have passed without a trace. You could have gotten out.
I've done that.
You're slipping in your old age.
You'd think I wouldn't use my own fucking spell.
First off, shame. Halflings don't age that fast. We don't. We don't.
Just the stare of just like, you should have read that one.
Except for Leofin, Lloyd and I are gonna outlive all you bastards.
So,
I don't know. I think I look pretty good for 60.
I look pretty good for 45.
You're like 16. God. 20 years really adds on a lot.
It really does.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Well, you have fun in here. We'll try and get you out soon.
Oh yeah, no problem. Take your time. I've just gotten down to counting the last brick on that wall over there.
hi. What you at?
457.
Did you miss that one right there? And they point to the corner where it has like a small little half brick.
I didn't count that one because it's not a full brick.
I pat him on the head.
You can't reach him. He's in the cell. We're outside.
I step in.
And you hear,
Sorry. Teasing the short one.
I do not care.
Okay. You
Yeah.
are very strict, sir.
It is in my job description.
Right.
You should have fun
What
on
color
the
is
job
this
once in a while.
dragonborn?
Give me an insight check.
What?
How old is the dragon?
I said, what color
No,
is this
color.
dragon?
Color.
I was about to be
how
like,
old. I was like,
hey, listen,
It's a really strange question to
We're all,
ask. I
we're
can't
all
imagine.
actually colorblind. I
Yeah.
don't know if you knew that.
there are 4 moons on this planet. Have you known that?
What?
I thought there were 2.
there's 2 suns. Did you notice that too?
No.
Sorry.
What?
I think
Silver.
It's just oh, that's okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. But yes, it's part of my job description.
Right.
Well, keep giving him some shit. He deserves it.
No, he doesn't.
Yes.
Whatever. Are you done here?
I was one. Listen, can I get back in the cell? He is my kid. I've got to embrace my kid, please. Come on.
Don't let them. Don't let them.
Just
No.
a hug, please.
No.
Please. Come
Give me a
on.
Persuasion check.
Dio, we need to go.
No, you need to go. I don't have to do shit.
We need to try and get him out. How will that
Bardic
go?
inspiration.
No.
No.
12.
12.
Yeah, don't say 5. I've got a
He-
good.
He looks at you and is like, "No."
Fair enough. I speak to Lloyd and Halfling. Alright, this is going to be a bit of a private conversation. Obviously, no one here understands it.
Oh, Lord, he's talking gibberish again.
Speaking
Yeah.
moon
What you,
speak.
what you need?
Alright, how's Fargo?
Don't know. I haven't been back in 40 years.
Right, nothing's changed drastically.
As far as I know, it's been completely untouched.
As far as it goes.
Well, I mean, to be fair, halflings make terrible slaves anyway.
Yeah. I think they know that. Could you actually like really get the let out and get me out of here? I'm really sick of cramped, dark places lit only by magic.
Hi, we're trying to work on it. All right. One next question.
Dio, tell your brother, hurry the shit up and let's go.
Cyphos, piss off.
didn't
Halfling conversation.
I mean, we can.
Yeah.
We're like,
How's
turned
the
to
local
guard.
whorehouse?
Well, it's not bad really.
Oh, really?
Nothing like home, but
No, of course not.
I turned to Cyphos. We can probably just go. Dio knows how to find us if he needs us.
That's the thing. I'm worried about him running around in the city by himself.
We'll just talk to Clive.
really recommend Open Legs.
Either what?
Fine.
Open Legs is a really good place.
Let's go.
And I would really appreciate it if, again, you can get me. And he like actually
Like,
starts
we look
shouting
at the
it
guard and we're
down.
like, would you mind showing us out?
Yes.
Aye, congratulations, you made him crazy.
It doesn't seem much different to me.
Aye, fair enough. It's hard to tell.
Yes, halflings are all just the same.
Alright, I didn't
Come
come
with
here.
me.
I didn't come in
Accurate.
here to meet a racist.
And he just turns
No,
around.
we go to the elves for that.
Yeah. Aye, there are plenty of good elves to be racist out there. I don't need it coming from you, sir.
Turns around, his silver tail. Actually, don't have a tail.
Does he not?
No.
Wow, what a bitch.
Turns around, walks out, and you can tell by his stride he expects you to follow. The gate begins closing in front of you.
Oh no, we're following.
Is it
Yeah.
is it common in this world for Dragonborn not to have tails?
Yeah.
It's pretty much just a like
Some are born with
do,
them, some are
don't.
born without.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just make sure. I was like, well, found one of the lower class.
Yeah, my dad has a tail.
Okay.
So,
Just make sure.
he leads you back through the maze-like structure that is the stocks. And once you exit outside, he looks at you all. Okay, so you had your time with your friend, your brother, whatever he is. I don't really care. You don't need to tell me anymore. Doesn't really matter.
He was my lover.
Cypher, shut the hell up.
You're not getting back in to talk to him.
Aye, why not?
I could get in serious trouble if people
For
found out
visitation, for coming in for visitation hours.
He's a
that if
prisoner.
somebody found out that I let you in when it is clearly not visitation hours.
Aye, but when it is visitation hours.
There are no visitation hours.
Right.
This isn't a jail. This is a prison.
Aye.
So, thank you. Goodbye.
Well, fine. And I take off in a huff. Little tear just coming down. She's like, won't even let me see my lover.
It's like, and Birdie kind of turns and like holds Sypho's shoulder. It's okay. Don't let Stubby get into your head. It's fine.
Morale check.
He's fine.
He's been called worse.
So,
It's literally the best Birdie could do.
Alright. So, who do we think we should talk to first?
Well, we need to go find Petrick and Leofin and Vola and Kaine. Wait a minute.
God, who was with them?
I hope so.
Where's Clive?
Aye, he's probably around here somewhere. Clive.
I'm here on Ruckus.
Oh, God damn it.
I love
You didn't say Clive was standing out there waiting for us, and now I'm worried.
I love how all three of us literally just like said that and just started looking at Jonathan being like, and he's got it in me.
You hear a ruckus come from around a corner, and like fucking 3 cans just roll out into the street, and you see Clive with one of them in his mouth, and he's just like,
Really?
Aye, spit it out.
and it's just that chewing motion, like chewing cud. Like,
You're better than this.
I like speed walk up to him like I'm in a serious don't fuck with me mood, and I'm like trying to get the cat out of his mouth. I do the whole pinching on their
Lower
pressure
jaw.
points, yeah, to try to get his jaw to open.
give me an animal handling check.
I'm actually good at animal handling. 9 plus 9, so 18.
So you like squeeze his jaw, and eventually you like hit the right spots on the other side, and his mouth just opens far enough where you can snatch the can out of his mouth. Then you get this baleful look from him as he looks at you. What you don't hear is, I'm a fucking trash panda, motherfucker. Give me my goddamn can.
I don't need any sass from you. I don't know what you're saying, if you're saying anything, but you don't eat cans. That's trash. It's bad for your stomach. How many of these had you had, huh?
And he like
3.
click, and he smashes his hoof into the ground 3 times.
Yes!
Aye, please.
I called it.
You ate 3.
I feel like I should win something for
You
guessing
see
how
him,
much
his,
treasure.
his horn shake side to side.
Alright.
Birdie just shakes her head and starts walking towards the last place they saw Leofin and the rest of the group.
I
you
still
better
feel like
be
you
a-
should win.
You better be a magical fucking ram, because I don't want to deal with this.
And he just looks at you. You get a... and he begins walking away.
I just like do a running jump and land on his back. Yeah. Do you really want an acrobatics check? I can give one.
He just butts your ass off, just like, nope.
Nope.
Alright. You try and go back to where the last place you saw
Petrick,
Petrick and them.
Yeah.
That would be the front gate.
it's so far away.
Yeah.
Did they tell us where to go when we met back up? When we were going to meet back up with them? I don't remember.
No, he did not. He's told the Twisted Knot where to put their supplies, but he didn't specify where he was staying or
Okay.
where.
Well, then
where
I
he's
will. I'll flag down the first city guard. I see.
Okay. You do so. There's one posted on almost every block. And what do you say?
What's Leofin's given name? Does he have a last name?
Yeah, does Leofin have a last name? The
I
elf?
don't think so.
No.
Okay, he doesn't have a family name. It's just Leofin.
Well, damn it, man.
Alright. So I look at Cyclos and Cyclos, would you go ask him where his abode is?
I don't speak Draconic.
Would
Yeah,
Well, you could ask him too.
I could. But we saw how well that went last time.
Alright, fair enough. You're right.
so I'm gonna go over there
Alright.
and ask. Greetings, brother. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. Do you know what Petric's abode is? The elf.
Oh, yes. The one working for the merchants.
For the emergencies.
I believe he lives in a house a couple blocks north of the central square.
Does he usually do all of his finagling things there? His experiments and whatnot?
Couldn't say to his habits, but I believe he does have a shop inside the central market.
Okay. So, the abode is in the north,
Yes.
and then the shop is in central market. Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
What do you say?
So, Petric's abode is in the north side, and he has a shop in the central market.
North side of the Central Market?
Yeah.
I know where that is.
Right? Yeah. I was like, yeah.
So Bertie will lead them to the housing district on the north side of the Central Market.
Okay.
Inside was just gonna be enamored. Just like, yeah, it's so pretty.
Even at night.
There are several different kinds of lights lighting up the street. You have some buildings that are lit with candles and lanterns outside, others that have wisp lights hanging outside. The main lights in the street consist of things that almost look like mist light, but are putting off a more neutral light and glow quite a bit brighter and more distance to it.
Oh.
Hi. You know what I'm thinking about right now? For whatever reason.
Cheese.
That actually sounds pretty nice. But, what are whizzes?
You know, I bet he's just roaming. Finding a good drink.
Cut to whiz.
Whiz. I won't know. So, we're going to cut over to Petric, Vola, Leofin, and Kaine.
It's Team Discord.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
You say that now, but wait till what Dio has up his sleeve.
Oh,
sleeve.
God.
True
God.
Team Discord.
Alright, so, y'all had recently just left Petric's house and are heading towards the central market to his shop. Yes, I believe maybe if I look at my notes and some of my tools, I might be able to get this portal working. Did Dalinar tell you exactly how it's supposed to work, or any instructions?
No, you kind of made it sound like you'd be able to figure it out.
Of course he did. I swear that man, I come over here and all of a sudden I stop receiving any messages, and then he just all of a sudden just sends a portal, a teleportation ring with my son. Man, makes no sense.
Right, he was upset that you had stopped reading his letters. Although, didn't you say that this whole city kind of has a thing that keeps teleportation from happening?
And you see him stop. Like, his head tilts and he's looking up into the air. It's like, you know what?
Oh, damn it.
I never thought about that. The box might not work in here. That is quite interesting. I really wish I could test it out by actually leaving the city.
I got a quick question. What is Petrick's intelligence? Just out of
Very high.
Again, you could fuck up.
High
little
intelligence,
things.
not quite high as enough wisdom.
Accurate.
But yes, I do wish I could leave the city to test that theory out now. And he just starts walking again, and head still slightly tilted to the side.
Well, mystery solved.
Maybe we have to test it. It is only a theory right now. So, and he starts heading just a little bit quicker step towards the shop. After a few minutes travel, you begin to enter, like you take a turn and are starting to walk towards the gate for the central market. When down the block, you can just barely see the very tall silhouette of a blue dragonborn, a human, and a very small halfling riding a goat.
Ironically enough, it's not us.
So
It is
Jack was.
completely different people.
So Jack was actually one of the newer kids on the caravan when I left to become a rifter. He'd only been there for about 6 months, and he had all of these stories about the women he'd conquested. It was hilarious because every time I saw him talk to a woman, she either slapped him or broke his fingers.
Huh.
Oh god, Cyphos, I see them walk. Not Cyphos.
It's like purposely insulting someone. Like, oh god, Cyphos is walking right in front of me, Cyphos. I'm right here. I know, that's what makes this so bad.
This is why it's a fuck you.
Yeah. Try again. Oh god, Leofin, I see them walk faster.
Wait, see? Oh, there they are.
Hi!
Oh, hey everyone.
It was so quiet without them.
I don't know how to take that. That's rude.
Yeah, it's a little hurtful.
For us.
I mean, even after we just
But
got finished with a really good conversation with Lloyd.
Exactly.
So-
Yeah, Lloyd had a lot to say.
Wait, Lloyd's here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually not surprised.
Yeah.
Where is he?
I was.
He's in prison.
Hi, he's in prison.
Oh.
Yeah, even less surprising.
I was very surprised.
Hi,
I mean,
hold on.
I'm surprised.
The fuck does that mean? What are you trying to say about short people?
It's not short people, it's Lloyd.
Yeah.
To be fair, if she heard that I was in prison, that wouldn't have surprised her either.
Have you heard
It's
about...
halfling discrimination.
Absolutely not.
Have
You
you
got
heard...
shot in the ass by a guard. It's only time before you get thrown into prison.
After some of the things that have happened.
Have you heard the
Hi.
draconic saying
Leofin.
for, like, short people?
Et tu, Leofin.
We call him a Napoleonic complex.
God damn it, does Jared have to correct you?
Anyway.
I have found my time with Lloyd, as little as that was. He's in town, really.
Yeah, he was actually trying to get in touch with you, which is why they threw him in prison.
And since you couldn't fix my horse voice, you can make it up to me by helping me get him out of prison.
Well, I would have helped Lloyd anyway. He's a good chap.
He was...
Not very forward-thinking sometimes, but yes, he's a good person.
Again, not a lot of room up there. For sure.
Yeah, he was actually
Sorry.
our mentor, essentially, one of the first people we were assigned with when we became Riftwalkers.
Really? Did he showed you the ropes, just took you right under his wing? That sounds very
Yes,
nice.
essentially. I think everyone except Birdie.
Oh, I knew Lloyd beforehand.
Oh, well.
Oh, right.
So, well, I'll speak with Niren and see if get him maybe pushed up on the list. I've heard there's actually quite a number in there at the moment.
I heard 4.
4 of them who've been there for 3 weeks. 2 weeks.
Fine, we'll post his bail if need be.
We don't have that kind of money.
I'm sorry.
Listen, I don't have another halfling brother here.
That doesn't sound like my problem.
I know it doesn't, but
You don't have a halfling brother here.
I will make it your problem.
You don't have a halfling brother here in the first place.
I don't have a halfling brother, but he's kin.
Right.
People are so weird.
And he waves to one of the guards and says, this group is with me. I'm going to my shop to test out new material they brought me. And they just kind of nod to him. You can tell that they have seen him come and go quite frequently.
Are these the same guards that heard me go, I'm gonna do a BD?
Different shift.
Different shift? Okay, good.
They look at you, but they do kind of give you the stink eyes, like, another fucking halfling, huh?
Aye, that's discrimination. I can see it in your
You're
eyes.
a rare breed.
I'm a rare breed. I guess outside of Fargo, yeah.
And stop and frisk.
Don't have to ask me to pull down my pants.
You know,
Please end it.
Please end it.
So,
Oh no! Whatever shall I do?
Full cavity search. Oh,
Oh
my.
no!
Guys.
you enter into the central market, and you start heading towards the central market. Is essentially a big square, big old square with big old walls around it. There are, and as Birdie and Sifos had seen before, there are quite a few tents placed up in several different locations, and they almost are, they're kind of set up in a grid-like system. And then as you get a little closer to the north end, the tents turn from tents to actual buildings. And then the further you get into that, you can start to see the wall on the northern end, and on the other side of that, with 3 gates equally spaced apart, really thick metal bars, you can see a very large building that is just fucking decadent.
It's the guild hall, right? The Merchants Guild Hall?
It's the Merchants Guild Hall. It is, in fact, gilded with quite a bit of gold.
That's what I thought I remembered.
Yeah. And it, on that other side, you can actually see through the bars that there is a very lush lawn, and you can see trees like peeking over the wall. Some of them that you just like get a look at, Leofins, like, oh, those are some fruit trees. Let's take. You can tell that it takes a lot of resources for them to keep their little paradise in meticulous order.
Mm-hmm.
And at each of these 3 gates, there are 2 guards standing watch. Petrick looks like he's walking straight toward the gate, and he waves at one of the guards. The guard gives a nod, and then he turns and begins to start unlocking the building that is the last one before you actually would hit the gates to the guild house.
Okay.
Hi, Petrick.
Yes.
Are there any badges that can get us in here?
I don't think so.
Hi, well,
You and your badges.
Well, listen, and I show him my badges from every other city. Listen, look at how many times I've had to do it to actually perform in a city.
Oh yes, performing in the city, you will need to get a badge, but
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think you need a badge to get into the guild house. There are specific times when they let someone in, and other.
Well, the thing is, I might be out late because I perform in taverns, and I kind of promised somebody that I would perform again. What was the name of the place that I went to?
You never found out.
I never found out.
Yeah.
I went to some hole in the wall and gave me free booze and such, and I wouldn't mind performing there again.
I don't think you need a badge to perform.
Oh, it's not that. It's getting back inside.
Oh, back inside the central square.
Ah, yes. Because I take it they don't take kindly to people just breaking and entering.
Oh God, no.
I mean, we saw how
People
well
get
that went.
put to death for that.
I'm sorry, what?
Lord Lucky.
I hope so.
You're lucky.
Also.
I'm lucky. What are you talking about? I didn't break in.
Yeah, no. The
You're
list
lucky.
I was speaking of before was actually the list of people being executed.
Oh.
I probably should specify that we want him alive. And he's like finally unlocks the door and like opens it up and starts walking in.
Patrick,
Birdie does the slightly big eyes and then looks at Leofin.
Patrick, I'm going to need you to send a letter for me.
He's setting down bags and looking at you. He's like, oh, come in.
Don't worry.
What kind of letter are you needing sent?
Do not kill Lloyd letter.
Oh,
I mean,
those letters never get read. I'll just speak with Niren in the morning.
There are 4 others that are ahead of him, and they've been there for several weeks. So,
Has the guillotine been invented yet?
The guillotine has been invented.
Shit.
you wish that's how they went out.
Huh?
You wish that's how they went out.
Oh, is that
no.
I was kidding.
They don't use guillotines
He's
in
in
the desert.
Dragonborn. No, I guess
Dude,
not.
are you nuts?
No, you get tied to a stump and posted out in the desert.
Yep.
That a
Well,
real
not
fighting
a
squad.
stump, a post.
Yeah. Usually and for the people they really hate, they use metal posts.
Yeah.
Like I said, I could speak with Niren tomorrow morning and really get things cleared up. I'm on decent terms with him. So long as a Cole doesn't catch wind of it, we should be fine.
Who?
As long as who?
Cole.
Cull.
Yes.
Who's Cull?
Cole, I believe he is head of the Silver Fang clan now. I believe that's the one.
Fuck.
Yeah, not the nicest of people, really.
Dude, does that ring a bell?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I was about to say, I feel like I heard this last time.
Yeah. Birdie knows who that is.
Yeah.
To be fair, doesn't Cyphos know a lot of people that have, maybe not have connections, but knows a guy?
Yeah.
He knows a lot of people, has
you would
connections.
you would know the 5 families of Alcier.
Yes, there's Julie Anus.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
he's
not of
Not one
Alcier.
of them.
No, yeah, he's,
No.
he's definitely not here.
Well,
He might be.
The
he might be,
No.
but he's not in the city.
Yeah.
he's not a family of Alcier.
Are not
Yeah.
of the 5.
Yeah.
You have the Silver Fangs. You have the Gold Claws. The Mithril Scale. I think you're starting to see a pattern here.
Yeah.
Noticing it, yeah.
Yeah, they like hanging out with dwarves. What a bunch of nerds.
The black teeth.
The Ebony Tooth
There you go.
and the Quicksilver Tail. Yes, so long as Cole doesn't catch wind of it, we should be fine. He's been a real
Tyrant. Lately.
not a tyrant. That would be
Hey, well, the
that'd
city's
be Julianus.
kind of under siege, so he's probably under a bit of stress.
I suppose that could be it, but
There's difference
he keeps
between
getting
being
in my
stressed
way.
and being an asshole.
Yes, exactly. I would love to be able to do my research without needing to do 500 pieces of paperwork. Thank you very much.
You
Why
should
do
have
I-
talked to his father.
Why do I feel like you would also be the guy that enjoys 500 pages of paperwork?
I don't know. That sounds insane.
Again, it's you. At 50-50.
Now, Cole's father would have loved doing 500 pages of paperwork.
He was.
I can see that.
He was,
He was something else.
well, his books were immaculate, I'll tell you that much.
I never got to see his books.
It was the one thing that, Orphan was always impressed of with that guy. Hated his temperament. Loved how good his bookkeeping skills were.
So, if
Should have been a scribe.
yeah, I am. And he's like looking around the room. What was I? Oh yes. I'll speak with Murin tomorrow, and he opens up a drawer.
Is it Yirin?
Near.
Would you spell
Nirin.
it for me?
N-I-R-I-N.
N-I-R-I.
And
And he's...
he
Gold
is
Claw?
of the Gold Claw. Yeah.
He's also fairly close by. You know, he's near it.
Yeah.
Oh god, that hurt.
So, and I'll get that to him, and he pulls out a big old like pile of papers that he sits down and is like, no. Ah, this one. Right. There are certain locations in town that seems to be a little more forgiving on the whole planar shifting thing. He pulls out a little, it almost looks like a tuning fork from his drawer. And you can see him like smack it and place it down on the table, and you can hear a resonating sound that oscillates and goes soft, louder, and then comes back down to a more muted tone. And in between the vibrating forks, you can almost see a glowing light kind of brighten and dim along with the oscillating sound that you can hear.
Bernie takes a step back.
See, this place is actually at a fairly decent, what's the good word to say?
Intersection?
No, it's not an intersection. That doesn't make sense. It's, we're close to an area where the membrane of the spell is fairly thin. It's the best way I can put it. And he walks to one side of the room, rings it, and you can see you can hear the sound oscillate, but it's far quieter, and the light is barely visible. And then he walks over to the northern side of the room, rings it again, and it's a little louder than the first time, and the light actually shines. You can kind of see it shining onto the wall a little bit with its brightness. So there is a possible spot somewhere in the north that may be stronger, but it'll take me a little time to find a spot to try and set this up.
So should we not find those spots that are weaker and fortify them?
No, we could. Why would
Or
So
we can do that, or we can hope that the teleportation circle that we brought would actually work there.
So that we don't have anyone teleporting here?
Well, I mean, they would have to know of the spot. It's kind of a crapshoot trying to guess one spot in a 17-mile area, so...
Again, more just a just thinking,
It's not a bad idea.
protectively, let's say that.
Okay, well.
But no, I agree. If we can find a spot where the teleporter works, it should be fine.
Right. Well, I know Leofin said he would be staying with us for the night, but have any of you been able to find lodging for the foreseeable future?
I mean, to be fair, I can make something for everybody if I need to.
Birdie is nodding off in the corner, leaning against the wall.
I
She's
know
like,
I know how to cast Tiny Hut, Patrick.
Okay.
I don't think he wants you to do it in his home.
I meant like, if we can't find anywhere, we could pop a squat somewhere and cast Tiny Hut.
oh,
Well,
Oh
can
my
you
God.
actually accommodate all of us? I mean, there's a lot of us here.
I know, but
It's a bit unexpected, right?
I do know that actually having a bed to sleep on would probably be fairly nice.
Oh, it would be, but
I know of the spells you're speaking of. It's
right.
very
What was it?
useful for
The Twisted Knot?
Theo,
travel.
you went to an inn earlier, didn't you?
I did, but
no, the Twisted Knot is my friends. They're the guys
So
we
we
helped
can't go
get in. They actually did give us some recommendations on some inns. So if you guys want to go to an inn, I can get us there. I would highly recommend it because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be away.
all right. I guess we'll take off now.
Okay.
Well,
fine.
Patrick, should we meet you here in the morning? Or...
Oh, leave him the pendant, and we'll get him out in the morning.
Which pit? Oh, the notes. The notes.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be very.
But I've had this for so long.
Yeah, well, they're his notes, so...
No.
You can see him just staring at the pendant. Just you can almost see a fervor in his eyes as he's just like, I would be very appreciative if.
They are his, and also he mentioned that they might be.
I want an
useful.
inside check on Patrick, see if he's turned into fucking Gollum here.
Can I get a golem check?
Yeah, 9.
Okay. You can tell that he really wants his notes. He's not hiding that.
Okay. Here, Patrick. Here are your notes.
You can see him just quickly like grab the stone and is like, "Thank you. That's. I've really been wanting to review what I've. It's been a long time since I've read those books."
Before you put that on, who's Ari?
Ari.
The one negotiating for the city.
Oh. I believe he's part of the Golden Fangs.
Golden Fangs?
You
mean the Silver Fangs?
Yes. He's part of the Golden Claws. Part.
Oh, Golden Claw. Okay.
Yes.
So does the Golden Claw own the Golden Claw?
Yes.
That's interesting.
It's a family tavern, really.
You mean a family brothel. Anyway.
Tomato to powder. But yes,
Excuse me?
if, and he's kind of just fiddling with the pendant in his hand.
Yeah, got it. If you need us, we'll be at the Tin Cup.
Tin cup, okay. Very well.
Also, probably recommend only 3 questions, because that seems to take us about 8 hours.
Time is wiggly wonky when you're concentrating on it.
Much,
Also, don't have people wake you up when you're in there.
or, someone just not pull your scales out. Turns head to Vola.
Hey, look, I said we would pull him
Right.
out. So, I mean,
No.
I wasn't going to tell him that it was going to be painful, but, I guess y'all could do that.
You said pull
Hey,
a scale, not pull out.
No, she's talking about Patrick. Hey, good. Leofin? You're going back to stay with Mom, right?
Yeah, I'd love to stay at home for the night
If
Wow, look at the elf with the family rubbing it in our faces, guys.
Right?
it's almost as if this entire realm has nothing but orphans most of the time, and everyone seems to be a
I
little
have
homosexual.
2 parents, thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't know
one
what
of
the
them
hell
I know
it's-
is safe, and the other one is within 500 yards of here.
I don't know what y'all are
He's
talking
not wrong.
about. I have.
Well,
I
Cyphus,
have
look
a
at them.
family
They're all
too.
rubbing it in now.
In fact, I think I'm the only one here who has a sister.
I had a sister.
I had.
Wah,
Sorry.
wah.
Ba-ba-ba-da, war.
Whatever the case,
Sleep
if,
now, please.
probably should go. She looks like she's going to fall apart. Leofin, you might want to go home and speak with your mother. She really was
Birdie, are you going to make it?
a bit
We
upset.
have to stop by and grab that
Oh,
horse.
right.
If she passes out, I'll carry her. It's fine.
Oh, I was going to volunteer, but sure.
Right, I'll head back. But do heed Cyphos' warning about the time. It kind of functions the same way how you were in that portal for so long, but it only felt like a short amount of time for you.
Of course. Fine, it's fine. It'll be fine. All right. And he puts the pendant down on the table. Like, I will be doing a little research, trying to see if I can find a more suitable position to put this. And he begins walking outside with all of you, shutting the door, locking it, and he has the tuning fork in hand. I will see you. Why don't we meet up at my residence? It's over on Olive Street.
Leofin knows where it is.
He'll be
Leofin won't be with us, but I've been there, so it's fine.
Right.
Okay. Of course. We'll meet there in the morning, and I'll tell you my findings.
Birdie, do you
Good
want me to
night.
carry you?
I left that horse with the twisted knot guys. We need to get it back. Remember, we're going to the inn. Shit.
Do you need someone to carry you?
No, just walk. I'm fine. Let's go.
Alright.
4 steps in.
Right, well,
No,
we'll
I'm
see you tomorrow.
leaning. I'm
Goodbye.
leaning on Cyphos as I'm walking.
Alright, so as the party heads off, you'll head towards the Tin Cup.
Retrieve my horse first.
Give
They
me an investigation check.
They don't have our horse anymore, I think.
They better well have my horse, or I'm gonna kill Kevin.
What's his name, Jack?
No, Jack was my friend. Kevin is the owner of
Right.
Yeah.
the Twisted Knot.
Who's making this? Me?
Birdie's half asleep. She's not making it.
Yeah, go for finding a fucking horse. Oh, 19!
19.
You don't have any
look ar-
positives?
Nope.
You look around the square, around the area where you helped them deposit all of the goods. You do not see any horses. And you do not see any other people.
Fuck. Well, hey Birdie, your horse is gone.
My horse better not be gone, or I'm gonna kill Kevin.
You're gonna have to kill Kevin tomorrow.
He's at the Tin Cup too. I'll just kill him while we're there. I'll take care of everything in one step.
You know what works for me?
As y'all start heading that direction, give me a
Insomnia check.
Constitution check, Birdie.
Okay.
That's not great.
I have a really pretty decent con, so hold on.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
You have a pretty decent
Shut
con?
up, you. I have a 10. Even 10.
Even 10. You are kind of nodding off as you're walking, and you'll like look up and just take in the area that you're in.
Turn right at the next lamp.
This way. You miss a couple turns. Have to run back, but eventually you make your way into the Tin Cup. We're going to go with Leofin, who is closer to his location.
Yeah.
While they're fumbling about in town,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Leofin, you make it to your parents' house with relative ease. As you walk in, you can see your mother sitting in a chair over by a fire with a book in hand.
Hey, Mom. I'm back. I think Dad's gonna be up at the shop tonight. He just got his notes back from whenever he was on his, the big expedition he went on so long ago.
Oh, okay. That's good. It's not unusual for him to be out late.
When Dad goes out to buy smokes and doesn't come back for 40 years. That age-old
90
tale.
years, actually.
90 years.
Yeah,
Sorry.
90 years.
Man, that grocery store must be far.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right. That's fine. I'll probably be here later tonight, possibly in the morning.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Did you want something to eat, or?
Sure. I can definitely eat.
And she gets up and goes into that kitchen area, starts opening up some cupboards and pulling out some breads and some cheese, and starts slicing them up. So, where have you been?
Oh, well, all over, it feels like. Once we got done with that, well, I guess I never really told you about that. We actually found the portal that Dad was in. After we left that, the whole 20-year gap happened. We decided to head towards the Dwarven capital. We stopped there, witnessed an attack from some orcs, helped stop them, headed further north to the Goliath's territory, trekked through there for a while, and made our way down up to Hopter Springs, helped collapse an entire fortress that they had built there and essentially liberate the slaves, and then we made our way here.
And you can just see her standing there with a knife cut through the first slice of cheese. And she just looks up at you. How long have you been back, dear?
Hey DM, how long's this time frame been again?
It's been
1 week since you looked at me.
yeah. I was gonna say that.
Wait
It's
for
been
it.
about 2 weeks.
It's been.
2.5 to 3 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably closer to.
I'm surprised no one ever mentions us going to the fucking weird island.
We're not telling people about that. We may need to go back and restock.
That didn't happen.
Don't tell them about the
Hey,
Lord.
Ah,
We don't
yeah, I
talk
forgot
about
the
that.
island. Damn it. Ah, well.
That is, quite the little journey you've been on.
It's been a very eventful couple of weeks.
And she finishes slicing a few bits of cheese away and puts them on the bread and goes back out into the area you had found her and places them on a rack near the fire.
Oh, so I've noticed, obviously, that you and Dad have bought a house here. Is this going to be home for the foreseeable future for you two?
With the siege, yes.
Well, yeah. I mean, after that, after we've solved all this.
And you can kind of see her wringing her hands. Hopefully after this, I wouldn't mind going back to the forest. It'd be nice to be surrounded by trees again instead of empty desert.
I don't blame you. It's eerie how empty some of the areas around here are.
Why is everyone hating on deserts?
There's a reason I didn't take desert as my focus in the cloister.
Understandable.
If no one else is gonna make it, she didn't take it as her favorite terrain. I'm sad.
It's a really good thing.
Yeah. I had to make the joke though. I was like, as soon as you said it, I was like,
Druids
she's a ranger?
have circles. Rangers have favorite terrain.
So,
I'm sorry, sleepy noises.
As I said, it'd be nice to go back home.
I agree. I'd like to end up back there myself, so it'd be nice if you two were nearby for me to come visit.
Yes, well,
And speaking of the forest, actually, had you noticed anything strange before you two decided to come out here?
anything strange?
Well, when we were there for a brief moment, passing through to the dwarven capital, some people had mentioned we'd heard something about a plague maybe affecting that territory, and something off with the forest.
Oh, and you can see like a light flick on as she realizes what you're talking about is like that whole debacle. Yes, there was quite an uproar with outsiders traveling through the forest to get south and spreading plagues. Eventually, Prime had to shut down the treeways to keep people from traveling so quickly, and the sickness traveling is just as fast. I believe they started taking the waterways around the forest after that. Is there anything else you found or heard that was off?
While we were traveling through, one night, me and Cyphos were on watch, and he was the one who witnessed it, but he essentially said a little girl, a human girl, appeared out of the forest, just in wintertime, wearing rags, and spoke to him briefly, and then when he came to get me, she had disappeared, leaving behind a strange necklace that I think he still has. It was almost as if he was describing a ghost. But she mentioned something about monsters attacking, and she didn't know how she ended up there. Other than that, that's the only noteworthy thing I remember.
It is hard. There have been, and again, I just chalked it off to the plague and people becoming more paranoid down in the south. Tales of monsters and the whole towns being wiped out.
Huh.
But I couldn't tell you exactly what that might have been.
That seems to ring true to what she was talking about, but I guess it doesn't really explain how she got there.
No.
Huh.
Maybe you saw. What did you do after you found her?
Well, Cyphos was the one who found her, really. When he came to get me, she had disappeared, and all that was left was a necklace with a kind of a creepy-looking eye in it.
That is strange. I wish I could be of more help, but I don't know anything about this.
Might be something to bring up with Dad. Maybe he'll be able to look at it and glean something from it.
Maybe. But, nevertheless, and she pulls the grilled cheese off the rack, looks at you and is like, do you want something to drink, dear?
Oh, yes, some tea would be great.
Oh, okay. And she prepares some tea, and you enjoy a nice late night snack as the night goes on.
I mean, we've been traveling, and elf sleep schedules are all over the place anyway, so...
Yeah. So, cutting back over to the rest of the group, you, after a few turns in directions that you're just like, okay, now we're just kind of going in circles, you eventually make your way to the tin cup. Birdie is full on, just like head rested on Sifos, dragging her feet.
I was about to say, yeah, I got my arm around her waist, pretty much just pulling her with me.
And you come up to a inn with a few, you can see some lights still on. Nobody's out at this time. And a sign that's swinging of a cup laying on its side with what you presume to be alcohol spilled out.
Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. Theo, you go play a magnificent song, go get this free room.
I write. Hope for the best then. I will give
I like
myself a bardic inspiration.
Okay. You are currently just standing outside the...
Let's go inside first.
It lasts for 10 minutes, I think. Something like that.
I was gonna say, it's a couple minutes at least.
Yeah, it lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay. So while he's stacking himself up, we'll go inside.
Alright.
I'm just going to negotiate with the tavern owner. It's like, hey, gotta get a discount or something like that.
As you walk into the tavern, you see nobody up.
Huh.
The tables are wiped down and clean, and there is one person standing behind the bar, like cleaning up, washing down a glass and finally putting it up on the shelf. When he turns around, he's like, "Oh, hello, I was not expecting any more customers. The bar itself is closed for the night, but if you're looking for a place to stay,
Yes,
I have maybe 3 rooms left."
How many can fit into each room?
There's 2 of them have separate beds. The last one has a single.
Alright.
we'll take all 3.
Okay.
Got any last minute discounts?
Wartime? No.
Oh, you're trying to stiff the man. Shame on you. It's wartime.
Aren't you the one that was going to come in here and
That's what
get
she
this?
said.
It's called it's called working for it. It's not free. Comes at a price, and that price is music.
He looks at all 3 of them. It'll be 5 silver for the night for all of you, and go ahead and throw 1 ration of food for your breakfast.
How about I throw gold and we make it for 2 nights?
How much to keep a goat in
Also
the
that-
stable?
He can just come upstairs with me.
No, he can't.
I'd
He
rather
can't
you
even
not
get
bring
up
a
the
goat in my
stairs.
dog.
He's fine. He doesn't get into
How much to
trouble.
house the goat?
To house the goat,
You
in
can
the
also house
stable-
him.
To house the goat in the stable is just a mere 5 coppers.
Alright, fine.
What about my horse?
Your horse
I
is
don't
dumb.
know who you are.
Is there a black horse in the stable?
There are 4.
Cool.
Birdie, go to bed.
I
Let's-
will once you pay the man his money so I can sleep.
I dropped the
We're
gold.
working on it now. Just get
I
out.
put gold down.
Go upstairs.
Alright.
Alright. So, here's the keys. He gives you the keys, takes the gold, and puts it in a pouch, cinches it up, and puts it on his belt. Alright, well, the beds are upstairs, 2 floors up. They're pretty much the only ones available up there. I believe there is one more room on the right that is not yours. The other 3 on that floor is.
Alright.
Good idea. I should get the room to myself. I like that it was your idea, Psychos.
No, I'll take. You and
Who am I supposed to share with exactly?
I don't know. Have fun. Have fun with kindness.
Hi,
Have fun with Kaine.
All right.
I'm gonna try and sling Birdie on my shoulder and walk her up there.
All right. Give me a strength check.
Oh, thank God, it's not a disadvantage though. So
Yeah, but let's see how good your strength is.
not great. 12.
12? Okay. It takes you like a couple of tries, but you get her up onto your shoulder, and you start making your way up the stairs, and you can hear the creaking, and not of just the stairs, but of your back, as you're like, okay, I got this.
Don't worry, you're fine. I'll get you up there.
You did not think about all the gear that she is carrying.
No, I did not.
She's got 2 swords. That alone is like another 30 pounds.
Has Jack ever done this for you? No, really?
Swords typically are 2 pounds each.
Only 2 pounds?
Yeah.
Birdie currently is carrying about 130 pounds worth of equipment, and she weighs about 150 pounds. So.
Well, she's definitely maxing out my.
Yeah.
She's maxing out my incumbency, so has to be the entire way.
Yeah. So, you eventually make it up to the second, essentially the 3rd floor of this building. And,
You get to the top of the stairs and she kind of like blinks awake for a second. She says, "Didn't you get red scales on your back?"
Don't worry, it's fine.
Mm.
Breathe, Cypress, breathe. Remember, lift with your legs, at your back.
so, what are the room? What rooms are being taken by?
Dio is yoinking the single room.
Fine, fuck you.
Since Sifos is a little occupied right now.
Short little fuck. I'm just rooming with Birdie in this one.
Okay.
You don't have to sleep. Well, you can, but
I was about to say, like, don't have to, can't.
Yeah.
Semantics.
So that leaves the last room for Vola and Kaine.
Have fun, Vola.
As he says that, I want to been like, I would have helped carried her, but you didn't ask. And
It's
so I go up
fine.
to my room.
It's
Hi,
fine.
that's actually
I'm
a
a
good
man,
point.
damn it. I can do this. Hi back.
Hi, Sifos. She's probably the strongest person in the group.
I know. But I'm the most stubborn. Good night. In the room.
Alright. So,
And kind of dropping her a little, not as hard as I wanted to, but kind of dropping her on the bed.
okay.
And she hits the bed and kind of like bounces up on and just like back to a sitting position. She goes, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I'm fine. Lot of walking. Hurt my back.
She like unshoulders her pack. And then she drops it on the floor and she looks at Simon and she goes, "Did you carry me all the way up the stairs with my pack on?"
No, that would be stupid. I definitely had it taken off and then put back on. And like Sifos rises up and you hear his back just.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Sifos.
Who's that? Oh.
Some sort of halfling hero.
He's the one of the. Never mind.
Hello.
Hi. And she's like, she gets like 3 ties down on her Gamerson and then just like passes out.
There we go. Ugh. And Cyphus just sits in the bed, aching and regretting some decisions, and then just starts reading his book.
Alright. So,
I had a hard ride today.
Did Lloyd ever tell Dio the location of that special place?
The whorehouse?
Yes, the whorehouse.
No, but Birdie did.
he did give you a name. No.
And she told me where it was.
I mentioned it.
Is there still someone at the bar?
The key.
As you go downstairs, no,
Ah,
he's gone.
Shite.
get your jollies off tomorrow. You're fine.
Charlie's off tomorrow.
So,
Dio's had a stressful day.
Stressful
as,
is probably the least appropriate word.
No, it's pretty stressful.
I feel like there should be a stronger word than stressful.
Irritating. Frustrating.
Want to fucking shoot myself with a goddamn arrow.
I'm sorry, horse noises.
Yeah.
But you should feel a lot more than stressed.
Yeah. So as the night wanes away and morning finally comes, party sleeping in just a little. Well, most of the party sleeping in just a little bit.
Cyphos looks up from his book and Birdie is gone. Her pack is still sitting there.
How the fuck does she do that?
She spawned into the world somewhere.
I swear, it's like some extra dimensional force just takes it.
I swear she can't do magic-y wedgy stuff, but
She's lying.
As you begin waking up, those that sleep into a decent hour, you smell the.
shame me for being a morning person.
You smell the thick aroma of breakfast, as it has been cooking for quite a while, and you can hear the rattle of people down below faintly as you are on the third story of this building. And as you eventually make y'all's way downstairs, the building is full of people sitting at tables, enjoying, speaking with each other, and meals being brought here and there. A couple of glasses of alcohol hitting tables. What are y'all doing?
Birdie will have already come in from working up a sweat in the courtyard.
Okay.
And the first thing she did was find Kyle.
You see Kyle coming down the stairs.
What is
Like
the
an
word?
hour later, after you've come into the
Okay.
room.
So when he comes down the stairs, what's the word for that pose in anime where the guy puts like one hand on the wall behind the girl's head and like leans so she can't
Oh,
get away? Like
The lean.
I can't think
I
of a
can't
word
remember
for
the
it.
name of it.
Yeah.
But you know the pose I'm talking about,
Yeah,
right?
I know what
Where he like slams his hand on the wall behind her. She like cuts him off at the base of the stairs and like does that and she goes, "Morning,
Hey,
where's my horse?
in the stable?
Want to show him to me real quick?"
Sure. And he like inches his head down and goes under your arm. But it's just this way.
Mm-hmm.
They showed you the stables last night, right? And
You
as
mean when I
walk
came
outside-
in at 3 a.m.?
Wow, you really should go to bed at a decent hour. You walk into the stable area. Yeah, it's that one over there, fourth one from the end.
Is that my horse?
Is indeed your horse.
Okay, good. Yeah, all right. How much was 5 copper?
Yeah.
Think.
Oh, thank you. I would ask if y'all had any plans for today, but it's just kind of what everybody else is doing, huh?
Well, I do have somewhere to be as the rest of the party gets up.
Yeah.
You don't happen to have any tack or equipment in your kit that you're selling, do you?
That we're selling? Yeah, we have some. where are you looking to buy? And you hear that little uptick in his voice as the merchant starts coming out.
I might be interested. It depends on what quality your stock is.
Well, I assure you that my stock is of the highest quality. I do not have.
When was the
Any
last time
dealings
you
with
oiled
people.
leathers?
We oiled the leathers right before we came into the town. I'm talking about 5 miles before we met you. Those oils,
Let me see what you've
those
got.
leathers oiled.
I didn't want to say anything. I was like, those oils are leathered to fucking polish.
Just wait. Hold it.
The most leathery of oils you've ever seen.
Alright. Well, so we can get back to the rest of the party. Do you want me to roll like a persuasion check or something like that to see how low I can get him down on a price? Or...
Yeah.
Okay.
Just give me a persuasion check.
19.
Well, that would have been great.
19. Okay.
Plus 1, so it's a 20.
After talking back and forth, you eventually do come down to a price that is what you think is fairly reasonable, because what he was asking for was fairly high.
Mm-hmm.
And what you're getting is about 7 silver.
So that's not bad. I'll take it.
Okay.
I ripped this guy off.
Oh, 100%.
Now, it originally started off with a price of like 3 gold.
Still ripped him off.
Yeah. That was with the whole, oh, you saved me.
I got a save. I
Yeah.
saved you discount. Sweet.
Wow. Ugh.
Alright. With that, everybody eventually
Cyphos hobbles his way down.
down the stairs.
How's Cyphos feeling today?
I don't know, give me a constitution check.
Oh no. Contract. She actually shouldn't be that bad. +1. Or just check.
Yeah.
Okay. 9.
9. Your back's hurting a little bit. Feel like you might have pulled something on that second flight up. And you're just moving just a little slower today. Rest of the party, what are y'all doing? Besides Leofin, who's still at home.
Dio is gonna scarf down his breakfast and play a little soft song on his citern to kind of fill the ambience in the room.
Okay. Give me a performance check.
Darn, not a natural 20. 19 plus 11, so
Darn.
30.
30.
I want to kick him in the face. So
Oh, the
bad.
plus 11's so delicious. So
I'm
scrumdiddly-ish.
pooping in your
Ridiculous
teeth.
how.
Birdie's sitting at a table with 6 empty seats,
Ugh.
and she has a bridle over the corner of the, like, over the back of her chair.
As people are sitting down, Dio's playing a tune that is quite lovely. You see a few people like stop and just listen. Forks come down. People just take in the music. And eventually, conversation starts picking back up as the room feels like it a little bit lighter. Everybody's you can almost hear like optimism in the things they're talking about now. As you did a fucking near impossible feat.
Did he somehow just grant everybody a bonus today?
Yeah, everybody in this room is gonna attack the day with a little more gusto than they would have otherwise.
And Bertie slides Sifos a full pint of ale.
Just Sifos is just like.
I can't wait to get that nat 20. And then
Help you
plus a
nap.
bardic inspiration.
And you know what? Leofins can throw on guidance. Vol's can throw on bless.
Yes, and then whatever Leofin can give me, I will become a god. I will ascend.
Well, good morning, Kaine. Good morning, Vola. I put orders for breakfast in. We've still got to meet Leofin here in a few little bit.
You know what we need? We need scissors. That's what we need.
Scissors?
We have daggers.
We have all the daggers.
Yeah.
Hi, what do we need scissors
But it's a
for?
lot harder to cut hair with a dagger than it is scissors.
Hi, are you gonna try to be my barber?
No, I'm gonna try and be my barber. My barber, not yours. I mean, if you ask, sure, but
I'm fairly certain we can
I'm
find
saying.
someone in town, Vola.
Check your pack.
yeah.
Like at a gate.
I don't have scissors.
Question: do scissors exist in this world?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
If a tailor exists, then scissors exist.
Listen. There's no antimatter rifles, so
So this
As far
obvious.
as you know,
as far as I
I was
know,
just like the gnomes are actually working on it on one of the other
Oh,
continents.
the gnomes are working on some real crazy shit. You have no fucking
We're
clue.
so far behind everybody else, it's ridiculous. They actually have cars. We just don't know what the fuck.
like they're doing trench warfare right now.
Okay. So how well did everyone sleep?
Hi, better than you, apparently. I mean,
All
that's
of
every
us
night,
sleep
isn't
better
it?
than him.
Cyphus, I'm
It's
sorry.
a lot different sleeping on a bed. It's been like a really long time.
I know, I actually almost fell asleep.
Hi, but
It was a comfortable
our
bed.
friendship grew because we all had close quarters in the tiny hut.
You snore.
I do not snore.
You snore.
I do not snore.
The tiniest person
lie.
has the loudest snore.
Can we... canonically, can we just say he doesn't know he snores?
He assumes it's Clive and goes back to sleep.
Yep.
That's what it is. Y'all think it's Clive.
He,
You think it's me, but
he
it's
wakes
Clive.
himself up so often, he's just like, eh.
You don't think you're so.
I just rolled.
You rolled a 4.
I don't know what that means.
You snore pretty hard,
You
bro.
don't think you snore. You said you got exactly the same thing I got.
Really?
Yes.
Damn.
The universe has spoken.
The universe has spoken. Dio does not snore.
Doesn't know he snores. Let's get that right.
Listen, he has his own headcanon.
Insight check on yourself.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Deception check on myself.
eventually you get your meals. They are okay. It's like a slice of ham, 2 eggs, and a little bit of greens, but not a whole lot. You look around and it's pretty much the same thing for every person here.
Makes sense. What time? Got the ration up.
After eating your meals, make your way to Leofin's parents' house.
Yeah, we're going to
Yeah.
Patrick's place.
And I'm gonna stop at the front desk. And I'm gonna pay him a gold coin
Okay.
for boarding the horse for an extended period of time, because I don't know how long I'm gonna be here.
Okay. Alright. He looks at you and is like, which one is it? It's-
4th one in. This should cover both the horse and the giant goat.
Of course. No problem. I'll make sure the boy keeps feeding them. Yeah.
I'd appreciate that.
Yes. Well, if you don't need anything else, I'm going to get back to cleaning this cup, and he just like starts rubbing the inside of it and looking off into the distance.
If you have to ask, yes, it is the same cup that I was cleaning last night.
You eventually head on out, going towards Patrick's house.
Yeah. So, Cyphos,
Yes.
I know your back hurts, and I appreciate it. But I have something that will make you feel better.
I do too. We just left it though.
No, I'm sorry. No, this is a little more like mentally better, I guess. So, average cost for saddle, 10 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Average cost for bridle and bit, 2.
She's about to go.
Saddlebags, 4. I got all of that for the horse you gave me for 7 silver.
I could kiss you right now. Ha. Hang on. Attraction check. Well, that's a 2. Cyphos doesn't know what to do with himself. Ugh.
Right. So,
Just making light conversation as we walk.
Oh
as
yeah.
y'all head down there, we'll cut over to Leofin real quick. As the morning comes, you eventually come out of meditation. What are you doing?
Is anyone else in the house awake?
After getting up, you do find your mother awake. Again, in her same chair with a different book in hand.
Well, good morning.
Good morning, dear. Have you seen your father?
No. I haven't actually. I wonder if he's still up at the shop.
Maybe. I hadn't seen him come in last night.
I think the rest of my party's gonna be showing up here pretty soon. Just so you're aware.
Oh, okay. Do you think they need food, or you can see that there is again grilled cheese cooking on the fireplace.
I love grilled cheese.
I was about to say, she's not much of a cook. She knows 3 recipes.
It's just my favorite dish, man. I
Grilled
love
cheese
it.
is the best.
It's the melty kind. The
Yeah.
super delicious melty kind.
Yeah.
It's the perfect ratio between cheese and crusty bread.
Yes.
Even now I'm hungry.
Right.
No joke. No, I think they'll probably have eaten at the inn before they come over.
I suppose so. Well, they're missing out, and she's pulling out the grilled cheese and puts them on plates and hands you one. And that is when
No
you
joke.
hear as someone is at the door. She gets up again, answers it, and sees the rest of the party and welcomes you into the house. So I'm
Hey everyone.
terribly sorry. I haven't seen Patrick yet.
Oh no.
I figured he would be at the shop.
All right, time to pull off a necklace.
Let's
I hope it doesn't come to
not.
Bola like cracks her knuckles, stretches upwards.
I kind of put my hands on her. I put my hand on her hands, just like let's not do that.
We can take a look, but honestly, Cyphos, knowing my dad, we might have to.
I mean, that's kind of like my reasoning for it. Plus, did we ever actually find out a different way to do it?
No.
No, I don't think we ever did.
Okay then.
I'm just hoping he's smart enough to heed the warning
No.
of 3 questions.
He's
You probably
smart
forgot
enough, but
that
he's
the instant you guys walked out the door.
well, that or he ignored it because he's just too damn curious. But
Yeah, your dad is very like knowledge lusty, so
yeah.
guaranteed he could not keep to the 3-question rule, or maybe he is, and they're just like really lengthy questions or something. I'm not too sure.
It could be.
What exactly are you talking about? You see her over in the corner, just like with a
Okay.
mug in her hand. Just
Is
like,
that grilled cheese?
Yes.
So the plane that he was stuck in, whenever he took his notes, we tried taking his notes outside said plane, but they actually came into this little pendant that you're able to access via like some kind of like shared dimensional rift. It's strange, and you actually lose track of time, much like you do inside said plane. Whenever you're looking at knowledge from it.
I'm not getting any of that.
Don't worry. Oh, we can show you the necklace and you'll understand.
I'd much rather not touch that.
I don't blame you. Because this one will start cooling off and you get massive headaches and it's... So, we're gonna go get Patrick.
Okay. Biting down on a grilled cheese. Is like,
Do you have any others?
this one's mine.
I wasn't going to steal yours. Well,
right.
time.
There's
Cyphers, don't be stealing grilled cheeses.
I'm not
2 more on
stealing.
fire. Not quite done yet.
No.
Oh, they're on fire.
Not on fire, on the fire.
Hi, that makes more sense.
Theo, clean out your ears.
Hi,
Or cut your hair.
Will. If there's a barber nearby, maybe.
Cyphos pulls out a dagger.
Not you.
Why do you not trust me?
There's like a lot of reasons. I don't want to mention it here in good company, but you know exactly why I don't trust you.
Is it penis envy?
No.
Okay.
Here, I'll give you a hint.
Well, no, whatever the reason, there is a fairly good barber, 3 or 4 blocks down who's, I think only killed maybe one or two of his patients.
For some reason, I don't have a lot of confidence in this person all of a sudden. I can't imagine why, though.
If it's a
Brain surgery is quite a very delicate situation.
I'm sorry, brain surgery. I'm getting my hair cut.
Yes, it's barbers.
Hi, this
They
isn't-
do haircuts and surgical.
Alright, I'm not going in for surgery, so I should be fine then, I hope.
I would imagine,
Exactly.
yes.
You shouldn't mention the one death thing. That really put me off going to the barber.
Well, I mean, it just proves how good at his job he
I
is.
didn't know he did brain surgery.
Most barbers do.
Exactly. Did you not know that?
Right, and if he didn't have any deaths, then he wouldn't be a person who takes any risks. He just doesn't believe in himself.
For us.
Exactly.
I like the logic of this woman.
Alright, fair enough.
It sounds good to me.
Right, where's Patrick?
At the shop.
At a shop, right. Has he sent the
Yeah.
letter? Anybody know?
No. He's probably in the necklace.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to go pull him out of that.
I don't think that's a good idea. How long has he been in there?
We're not sure.
Ooh.
Honestly,
Where's
probably since we left
Where's
the
the shop again?
In the Central Market.
Right. Okay, I think I'll meet y'all there. Let me go ahead and, let me go cut my hair.
Yeah.
Dio is not doing that. He's sneaking over to Patrick's shop.
We're all going to Patrick's shop.
I'll go
He's
with-
sneaking over there quickly.
Okay.
Hi, Dio.
Sneaking over quickly.
Gross.
Make a stealth check. At disadvantage.
Well, look at me
You're
here.
going the same direction as us.
Ugh.
And you're trying to move quickly. Quick and stealth do not go together.
Yeah, you could do both.
You can. They don't work well
At disadvantage.
together.
And
That's why
disadvantage.
it's at disadvantage.
Well, 9.
though. 9.
I think Alice.
So yeah, no, that doesn't beat anyone's passive perception.
Yeah, I'm feeling personally attacked.
You should.
As you like start walking down the street the way she had pointed, you quickly dart down a block, and everybody's like, "That was weird." And then they start walking towards the shop, and every once in a while they can see you Pink Panthering from one corner to the other, like
It's okay, I made that mistake too.
like looking back and forth.
Do I at least get there for?
You get up to the gate.
Have you ever left a bar after drinking one night with your friends and said goodbye at the door of the bar and then started to leave and realized both of your homes are in the same direction, so you're basically walking together all the way home after
Yes.
having said goodbye?
Yes, I have.
You think that's why he's being really awkward and like zipping around in front of us? Like he just feels
He's
awkward
going
after
to
having.
the whorehouse is
He
what
is
he's doing.
not going to the whorehouse.
Well, the whorehouse is that.
Also, not in the middle of the
Wait.
day. Please. Some of us have standards.
You all see him standing at the gate, talking with the guard. Why were you being so sneaky? I don't understand this.
If you saw me, then I wasn't being very sneaky, was I?
No, but you had your hands up like this and were kind of hunched. That's
I'm a
typically how I see someone sneak.
Yeah, it's called being a street performer.
Good morning, Ta.
Hello.
Now will you let me in?
Don't let him in.
I would have let you in anyway, but
He's sneaking
I
around.
just
Don't let
really
him in.
wanted to know.
You can't trust him.
What
He's
is
sneaking
the
around.
performance? I don't understand.
It's abstract. You wouldn't understand.
I know, I just told you, I don't understand.
It's abstract. You're not meant to understand. You're just supposed to admire the art.
Get the fuck in here. he just opens the gate and he nods at a couple of y'all. Hello, hello. You continue inside.
Hey, so Theo, what was that number? What was that for? I sneak, like, crouch in.
I'm gonna put a beard on Patrick.
I don't. Why?
I've done it to everybody who's used the necklace. He can't be an exception.
It's worked once.
It works. Hold on, that is incorrect. It worked on you. It worked on Birdie. It worked on Leofin. I think it worked on Vola.
Nope, did not work on Vola.
literally
Not work on Birdie.
It-
three of those people can't grow beards.
Exactly.
Also,
but
one of
I've-
those people has never used the necklace.
Also true.
You walked up to Vola after she walked out of the
Yeah, no, I
Main
know that I got
portal.
more than. I know that I got more than one person.
you've done it to Leofin and
Sipos.
Sipos.
So yeah, I'm 2 for 2.
It's worked once.
It's worked twice. Because I got Leofin and I got
Sipos can't grow facial.
Yeah, but were you confused as hell? Like, what the fuck's on my face?
That's not the shit.
I mean, if that's the
If that's what you're
standard
going for,
of you,
That was the standard, yes.
then yes.
If that's what you're going for,
It
yes.
doesn't have to make sense, you just have to be confused.
I thought you were just going for the. Oh, I thought you were staying there forever.
You've been there for 20 years.
He's been dead for 10 years. Yeah. You finally approach Petrik's shop. You reach out, grab the handle, and turn it, and the door opens easily, swings inside.
Didn't he
And-
lock this behind us last night?
No.
No.
He did.
I'm
Huh?
pretty sure he did. Birdie stops everybody in the doorway.
Sipos can use detect magic.
Okay.
And like, say what now?
You throw on Detect Magic, and you do see script written on the inside of the door, and that leads over to the deadbolt. And it looks inactive.
What kind of magic is it?
As far as you can tell, it is an abjuration magic with hints of evocation.
Okay, so, the runes that are around the door are inactive. That can't be good.
Leofin,
Yes.
where was your dad going to sit up for his meditation?
I'm assuming the shop. That's the
Well-
last place we left him.
looking in the first floor of the shop, do we see him?
You see, as you like let the door swing completely open and look inside, you can see the barest bit of a brown hair just kind of poking over the desk, and you can't see what's on the other side.
I go over to the desk immediately.
I cast Sending.
Okay.
And I, of course, try to contact Petrick, and I'll ask him, Petrick, we're extremely worried. Where the hell are you?
You feel it connect, but you get no response. As Leofin walks up to the desk and looks over, you can see Petrick cross-legged, sitting on the ground, and facing away from you.
Oh, okay.
It works
He's right
even
over
if
here.
they're in other planes.
Yes, but there's a time difference here that it's...
So the time
Okay,
might
okay.
be fucking with
So
it.
basically, he has really bad signal. You're gonna have to wait until he leaves. It's time for me to put on. I'm gonna look for the craziest beard I have.
I'm going to search the front of the shop because I still don't think that everything's okay.
Okay. Roll for performance, roll for investigation.
And I'd also like to check for any like magical mishaps.
Performance.
Okay.
That's like my worst stat.
I know that only plus 11.
8, 19.
Haha, natural 20.
Okay.
Investigation.
Yeah.
Yep, natural 20. That's it.
All right.
Not a good roll.
18.
Because I'm gonna
18.
Kick you in
like the next time I get
testicles.
the next time I can get more skills added, I'm gonna put that into charisma, and I think that gets me to 13 or something like that.
Disgusting.
So if I roll a 2, I get a 15.
Dude,
Ghostin.
I have an 18 in mind. I have a plus 4 or a plus 8 to like all my proficiencies. This is some bullshit.
No. Expertise.
I know.
So-
it's some bullshit.
Bard is the god class.
Joe Cat would agree.
Huh?
So,
Joe would agree.
you begin to put a beard and such onto Petrick. It's going pretty well. You've learned from your gluing mistakes in the past that, really kind of gave away the goat, but now you're like, this is pretty darn good. I think this is probably one of my better works. The rest of you, Birdie, looking around, you don't see anything that's out of place from what you remember seeing last night. Nothing seems to be tampered with or anything like that. Sifos, you look around and there is magics of varying sorts all over the shop.
Mm-hmm.
You got a natural 20.
Yeah.
None of them seem immediately harmful.
Mhm.
As if just a innocuous bump or going up and touching it would cause you to die. None of that seems to be happening here. Some of them seem a little worrying, as in there's a little circle on the desk that is just chock full of conjuration and evocation. But
I was about to say, being a man of the mystic arts as I am, with that, plus 0 to Arcana, seeing that circle, do I know what that would do?
How do I have better Arcana than you?
Because I
What?
I have a proficiency in history because of my nobility, not magics.
Yeah. He didn't study for the magics he's got. He's been given the magic he got.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
shit just kind of happened.
He worked hard. He has a sugar daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Not wrong.
Well, sugar daddy's definitely not the right word.
That's not the word I would use for sure. Yeah.
Depends if you're into BDSM
I got a
or not.
pimp. I got a pimp.
Yeah.
So, yeah, nothing wholly out of the ordinary around here.
Mhm.
What do y'all do?
Well, good news. Nothing too out of sorts.
Oh, that's good.
Doesn't
But-
seem like anything's been tampered with, but that door was definitely locked when we left last night.
And that could have also been Patrick leaving it unlocked because he opened it up. He's kind of spacey. Am I wrong?
Well, no, not entirely. Also, weren't there 2 guards posted outside at night as well? Or...
Well, they were
Not in
posted
front
at
of the shop. Yeah, they're posted at the gates, like across the street from the shop.
Maybe someone should go ask the guards if they saw anything.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna go ask the guard, or go ask one of them.
Who's the most charismatic person?
And honestly, it might be Dio.
If we're actually, it depends on if I think your deception's like what, +8?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's +5.
Oh.
Persuasion though, mine's +7. Yours is
+8.
Oh, nice. So he actually might be the better at this. My performance 11. Yours is
4.
Ah, shame.
Wow. Okay,
Man.
so you go outside and walk up to one of the guards, and he zeroes in on you as you get a little bit closer. What is it you're looking for?
Brother, who was here last night watching the gate?
Watching the gates? That's probably Dad.
Do you know where he's at right now?
Probably off. I'm pretty sure he's not on shift right now. Sleeping, probably.
I assume in the barracks. If y'all have barracks.
Probably.
Did he mention anything about anyone going towards Patrick's home?
No.
in
Said it
demonstration.
was all normal.
Not in the shop or anything either?
Like he said that everything was as usual.
Insight check. See if he's in on it. Ah, natural 20.
It looks like he's telling you the truth.
I figured. Gotta make sure, man. Gotta make sure. Okay. Which way to the barracks? I need to ask him a question.
Barracks are over towards the stockyard.
Excellent. Thank you. Do I know which way the stockyards are?
The stocks.
Oh, stocks. Okay. I'm gonna head over to the barracks.
Okay. You start heading that way. What are the rest of y'all doing?
I guess not knowing where Slipos is.
If any of y'all wanted to follow.
Well, bitch, we're like, well, clearly you're suited for this buy.
You left me to go do something all alone.
So-
That's a bad idea.
So, the beard's looking nice.
The beard's looking real good.
That's good. Good.
Uh,
I have to say, who's around?
Um,
Right next to me, if anybody. Closest person.
Probably Leofin.
Aye, Leofin. I think this is my best work.
that's actually very convincing. You could fool me easily with that. That's wow.
Thank you. I know it's your dad, but everyone who uses this will get a beard.
I mean, it's. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty funny.
Hi,
So,
now that I have all this extra time, I kind of want to give him big bushy eyebrows too, but I'm not very good at that one, I don't think. Not the best, at least.
Well, yeah, and we probably should. I guess we have to take the necklace off of him. So
hold on. Maybe not the best idea. That could hurt him very badly. You know this, right?
right,
long has
but
he been
you do
using it?
remember that chances are he'll stay here another 90 years just in his notes alone.
Oh, right.
That is also why I am here, though.
No, that is true.
What, to remove the necklace?
Well,
No, it's to
I
heal.
mean, I really like removing the necklace, and then I kind of like wiggle my fingers, and
Gosh, she's a
just radiant light comes out of it.
That is true. I imagine having someone who could do that. Yeah, that would make the most sense.
All right, so
freaking mess.
I guess I'll do it. So if he,
I thought we just said Vola should do it.
oh, I'll take off the necklace.
Oh.
She enjoyed
well,
taking
I mean-
off the necklace a little too much.
Okay.
Vola needs to be prepped to hit him with some healing magic because it
She
is gonna
can
hurt.
without having to take off the necklace.
Yeah, well, somebody else has to take off the necklace, and Vola needs to be
I
prepped
pull
to
off
heal.
the necklace while
Oh,
they're
God.
talking about it.
Oh god, he's gonna have an aneurysm and die.
Okay.
Do you need some
Hold on.
D12, sir?
Hold on.
He's gonna have an aneurysm and die. Y'all just killed Patrick.
Great.
I hope y'all feel better about yourselves.
91.
Oh god, he's dead!
dead!
So you
Oh
take
my
off the
God.
necklace, and as it lifts over his head, you see his eyes shoot open. All the blood vessels burst. Blood streams down his nose, and you can see his mouth open extremely wide. And then he falls over and hits the ground.
Vola! Vola!
Oh, now.
Shit.
Yes, I'll cast Spare the Dying, because pretty positive he went unconscious.
No.
That would be an incredibly safe bet.
Oh my god.
What is Patrick's HP total?
Yeah.
I don't think he doubled it.
His HP, if I'm not mistaken,
He probably have to hit 100 to kill him instantly.
yeah, his HP is about 55.
Okay, so just barely.
He has more HP than I do.
He's older than you.
And you're,
He's probably not that high level. Well, he's probably not that high level of a wizard.
So,
This is some.
You're a sorcerer. Suck it.
I'm a warlock. This is some bush.
yeah, he, as you could just see him laying on the ground, blood pooling around his head, soaking into the beard. What are you doing?
Ginger.
all right.
Oh my god! What did you do?
Leofin said we should do it. Really, his idea.
Oh my god.
Birdie is just flabbergasted. Oh,
He's not dead.
He's not dead.
He's just unconscious.
Yeah, he's not
Oh,
going to be happy.
God.
But
He's
don't
stable.
You're not here, sir.
don't worry.
Don't
I've got this. I'll heal him.
I heal him.
Oh, okay,
no,
fine.
let me heal him, because if I heal him after using Spare the Dying, it's instead of a roll, it's just automatic full max heal for whatever I do.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so we'll cast Cure Wounds at a 5th level, which would be 43 hit points.
Okay.
He gets back.
So you put your hands on him, and you can see a radiant light, like, outline your hands as it shines through him and back at you. And you can see his breathing ease as it was incredibly faint, gurgling sound. It now becomes a far stronger and a little clearer as he begins coughing up, and you can see just blood hitting the ground. What happened?
Oh my god.
So,
He
Birdie
looks up
kneels
at you.
down and is just
Yeah.
like,
He half his face is covered in blood. His beard, quote unquote beard, is soaked in it, and his eyes still are still completely bloodshot. As he looks at the group.
How many intelligence points did he lose because he was
Well,
oxygen
you
starved?
didn't die,
What?
so that's a good thing.
Bullshit.
Birdie is like shuffling through her stuff, trying to find like a handkerchief or something.
Alright, Patrick, you have to realize something. You have to be quick in there.
I thought I was doing very well.
No, remember, you were in that other dimension for about, 90 years?
Yes.
Alright, if you think you've been in there for just the right amount of time, you've been in there too long.
Yeah, pretty much that.
I guess that's not unfair.
Look
I
how
am
long you've been
terribly
in there.
sorry,
You have
though.
a beard
That was
now.
actually very violent.
Right, I only had one last question.
Hi, well, you're gonna have to ask it later. I bet you asked, 4, 5, 6 questions?
10?
10?
Oh,
Alright, yeah,
Jesus.
that's limited to 3, buddy.
How was he only in there for 6 hours?
We
Limited
even said 3.
I'm impressed.
Alright, yeah, next time limited to 3, buddy.
They must have been super easy questions.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
It's not a one-time thing. It's not like if you go and you can't come back out. No, you can revisit as often as you'd like. So most questions we try and keep it in a series of 3. You can come out if it's still a reasonable time. You can go back in, kind of deal. But
Aye,
yeah, we
but you've been in there so
gave
long.
that rule
you've got...
for a reason.
Aye. You've been there so long, you got a beard now.
How's that possible? He reaches up and he's,
I think
oh god, there's so much blood.
Birdie is like trying to like wipe his face off.
This is the grossest thing I've ever felt.
yeah, I think that joke was kind of lost given what happened.
Aye, that was a miss. Don't worry, we'll get that off you. And I just gotta help get the beard off of him.
I more commend you for sticking with it.
Aye, stick with it, damn it.
Stick to the joke, damn it.
I have been hit by falling rocks. I know what it's like to be near death. So does Cyphos.
Been hit by a falling fortress.
Yeah, but
There you
literally brought down by a fortress.
I mean, how many times did I get knocked out at the beginning?
Oh my god. You still have the infirmary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Cyphos,
Yes.
you made your way to the barracks.
Oh man, I hope they didn't do anything stupid like take off the necklace. I could probably kill him. Cyphus just thinking this to himself, just pondering things.
Yeah.
Fuck, what was the guy's name?
Dark.
Does anyone... Do I see any guards?
Yeah, there's several.
Okay. Hey, is Dark here?
Yes, he's here.
Is he awake?
Probably not.
Fuck. Which way is his room?
Inside.
Okay. I'm going inside.
No, you're not.
Can I get inside, please?
No.
There's been an accident at Patrick's place.
Right.
I need to make sure Dark knows.
Okay. Stay here. And he goes inside.
Damn.
A couple of minutes later, he walks out and Dark is just like bleary-eyed, looks at you. What is the problem?
Someone broke in to Patrick's shop. On your watch.
No. No one broke into Petra's shop.
That's why we got there and it was already open?
He did enter his shop.
When?
After he left, when you left, he came back.
And he didn't
Opened
lock
his
up his
shop.
own shop?
He walked in. He normally doesn't lock his shop.
You know what, that's fair. Oh, sorry to bother you. Go back to bed. Go back to sleep. And Cypher sleeps.
You can hear this guy. You woke me up for this?
Oh my god.
No, fucking just no. And he like goes back inside.
See, I told him.
You do not have a fan.
Shocker. Wait, he doesn't like me for waking him up? I'm in shock.
Wow, that's two people that we've woken up that are pretty upset about it.
No,
Like the DM
no,
doesn't
no.
like being woken up.
No.
Yeah.
We woke up one person. You killed the other.
He is still alive, fully healthy, a little traumatized, but that builds character.
No. That kills characters.
He's alive.
Okay. Back to the rest of the party, and you finally pulling off and getting Petrick completely cleaned up, and he's like sitting there with a glass in hand and just kind of staring off into the distance. I could have sworn I saw the light. They always say don't go near the light.
You probably did.
Hold
Is it
on.
supposed to be so dark?
Vola, how about better bedside manners? Patrick, I know.
Listen, if people die, I can normally fix it. So,
bedside
I
manners.
wasn't too worried.
Anyway, Patrick, I know that you just had a traumatic experience. I understand. I had an entire fortress collapse on me. Let's put that in perspective, all right? Yeah.
Did you also bleed out of your eyeballs and...
No, but I got crushed under rubble, so not exactly fun. Anyway,
Same.
I also fell from the tower. Also,
What?
How'd you fall?
oh shit! I tripped.
What?
I tripped, right, Leofin?
You
Yeah,
should really
it
talk to
does.
some people.
Insight check on Leofin.
I need to put some
Deception check.
She's doing all
someone-
the way, friend.
Someone should probably sue them for that.
Somebody should talk to Dwarf OSHA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lord of the
Definitely.
Rings has the worst.
That's a 15 on my insight check on Leofin.
Oh shit, what's that versus? My
That'd be your deception.
I'm also lying.
You don't get the help, though. I'm
Hang on.
curious. Let's see how he does.
I got that great +1.
Let's see. Open it up.
Are you fucking kidding me? A goddamn nat 20?
Dude,
Okay.
awesome!
Oh
So,
my god.
We lied.
Leofin looks her dead in the eyes and is like, somebody should talk to the Dwarf OSHA.
Dwarf OSHA.
That
Really?
was great.
It was tragic.
Aye, very.
So he-
I thought we lost him.
He tripped and fell off the tower? Is
Aye.
that why he was all bruised when we finally... What the fuck? Dio, why didn't you say something?
I was embarrassed that I tripped. I never tripped, but you know. It happens.
We have clout on the council, dude. We could have, like, made a huge... Why didn't you make a huge deal of
You
it?
know, it's not important.
As this conversation goes on, Lola, like, slams her hand on the desk,
Yeah.
and she's like, I should have cast Deathwold. Now I know next time.
Anyway, Petrick, I
Oh,
understand.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I understand your experience was traumatic, but I still need you to send that letter because we don't want Lloyd being executed.
I should be fine.
I don't
like
want
said,
to should
I'll-
be fine.
I'll talk with... As I told you, letters don't get read. I will talk with him.
This is a
You know what?
action.
You know when there's no
Oh.
better time? The present. That's why it is called the present.
Yes, and
It
my
is a gift.
present right now is this cup of tea. Wait 1 second, my throat is dry. And
Personally, I thought it'd be quenched, but you know.
he sits there and he's just sipping on his tea, and eventually he's like, also I need to speak with Niran anyway. I think there might be a place within the guild hall that I can place the teleportation circle. But even with that, it's gonna take me some time to make sure that everything is working properly.
Well, we'll figure out something to do in town then.
Best estimate, maybe a week.
Oh, a week?
Oh.
You think we can hold out for that long?
No, I don't think we can.
Depends on how well the talks go. But, yes, right. Your friend Lloyd. He puts down his glass. He looks up and says, I think, now is probably the best time to speak with him as he slips in some blood and falls down.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh,
He gets back and I was like,
One almighty.
but first I need to actually clean up.
I will clean the mess here. How about you go clean yourself?
That's probably for the best. I'll go home. I'll meet you back here.
Oh,
Yes?
your wife's gonna have a heart attack.
Why is that funny?
I'll go clean in a well, and then I'll come back here.
Wait.
My wife doesn't need to know about this, does she?
I will keep.
Does she?
No,
Alright,
it's
keep
fine.
it quiet.
What does she not need to know about?
Sirius is deaf.
Cyphos.
Oh.
Cyphos walks back in.
Nothing happened.
Why is
They
there
pulled
blood?
it off of him.
Nothing happened.
Who are you gonna believe in? Him? Or in us? Who say nothing
He's
happened?
covered in blood, Dio.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Exactly. Patrick's saying it, I'm saying it too. Nothing happened.
He got 10 questions out of it, though.
10 questions?
I know. Amazing, right?
Why didn't you tell him 3, Cyphos?
I...
Did you not? Did you?
I'm going to sit on you.
Did you tell him 3?
I'm
going to sit on you and stab you.
What did I do?
I'm gonna go clean up, and he walks out of the building. And as the party argues about the number of questions that was,
Just the efficacy of,
Given.
like, why?
that's where we're gonna end it for the night.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We started a
It's
little
not.
like that.
It's not funny that he would have went home covered in blood, but it's funny because imagine if he actually went home like that.
Hey everyone, David here. Thanks for listening to the Ring of Contrarians podcast. New episodes come out on the 8th, 16th, and 24th of every month. You can listen to us anywhere fine podcasts are found, and on YouTube. Check us out on Twitter and Facebook @ofcontrarians. See you next time.